Hello, my love. How are you doing? Been missing y'all. Been missing y'all. But I took my sweet time. This is what happened, my love. No, I have not disappeared. No, I have not dropped my teachings or my channels or. No, I just took my sweet time because after so many months of wanting this, I finally got it. So I took my sweet time. In today's video, we're going to talk about something very important. I want to show you that it doesn't matter if you react to your circumstances, all while you don't change your mind about who you are. And also, I want to bring you some updates because I'm very excited about this project. And I want to let you know that as of today, I just opened the course that I wanted to make for so long. I have not posted yet, just as per today when I'm making this video. I think we are at day 25th of May. I don't know, something like that. I have not posted yet, but I thought to myself, okay, I wanted to do this course for the longest, and I want it to be very full, very deep dive, packed with information, and only the thought of it being so big kept me from doing it. Okay, I was just suffocated at the idea of, oh my god, I have to start doing this and when it's gonna end. And so I thought to myself, okay, I'm just gonna start today and I'm gonna make it as I go. Yeah, I'm gonna construct the course as I go, and also with your help, because we also gonna have a Facebook group where you can post your questions, and I'm gonna be able to answer questions that maybe I don't even think about. Yeah, I'm gonna make videos on them inside the course as well. So the course is gonna be for all areas of life. We're gonna apply the law for love, money, health, and physical appearance all at once. So if you're interested in this, because I'm starting to do it from today on, and you're gonna be able to witness the making of it, okay, you're gonna be able to also get it at a discounted price for not for long. Okay, as we go and we construct it, yeah, and the course is gonna take shape, I will stop offering this option of getting it at a discounted price. I'm very excited about it because it's gonna be huge, and I'm gonna put all my heart and knowledge into it. So if this is something that interests you, it's already available. You can subscribe already in my stand store. Anyways, let's go back to our topic of today. And I want to show you that it doesn't matter if you react to your 3D circumstances, my love, all while you don't change your mind about what's possible for you, you're still gonna make it. Because I know you've heard time and time again, don't react to your circumstances. And I want to explain why, what happens behind this. So I'm gonna use my own example of me moving here in this new house that I am in. I'm gonna describe to you how my process was, how I did react to the circumstances, how I did got stressed and anxious. But it didn't matter because at the end of the day, there was only one possibility in my head, and this was, I'm here to stay. I don't care. So let's dive in, finally. Okay, my love, you know that I wanted to move for a long time. The first occasion that presented itself to me to move was in November, mid-November. But then I was so graspy about this because I was rejecting with all my being where I used to live before. I was so graspy onto moving from away from there that I manifested some freaked up situations and circumstances. Okay, so back in November, after I had all the money to move, my bank said all of a sudden no. The bank that I was working with for the last 3 years all of a sudden found it very suspicious. Where am I getting the money from? Yeah, so I had to do a lot of paperwork, to send them a lot of documentation and proof of income. And even like that, 1st or 2nd of December, I got the news that I'm not able to use that bank anymore, and they retained my money. Okay, so I decided in December to relax about it because I knew, listen, I knew I should not be so rejecting towards my present 3D circumstances. I knew, but I hated so much the place that I was living in. You don't know. So I was very resistant. So in December, I said to myself, okay, let's just embrace whatever is right now instead of fighting against it and instead of trying to make something happen. Let's just embrace. So I started embracing the place that I was in, stopped being so resistant, spent my Christmas there. I had lots of fun, relaxed about everything. And then when I wanted to move again around March, another event happened. And I posted about this one. And this was the government decided to take 4,400 out of my bank account just like this. Woke up a morning and saw that. So I had to stay a little bit longer there, to compensate, work some more to compensate for the quote unquote loss. It was not a loss, but you know what I mean. So as you see, grasping onto something, rejecting the present 3D circumstances that you have is not the way to go. Don't you like me? Yeah? Don't you like me? That's not the way to go. Accepting and allowing is the way to go. And this is how things will happen a lot faster, okay? Not by rejecting them. So anyways, let's move into the next part, the moving itself, when I moved from where I used to live to here. So on a random Monday, I decided that Wednesday is the day that I'm gonna take all my stuff and drive 400 kilometers to the beach side and find an apartment, yes or yes. Mind you, I already had some assumptions about this. First of all, in my head, Spain has a housing problem, especially in these touristic areas, because now I'm living by the beach side, okay? Houses are a lot more expensive. You can barely find anything to live in a whole year round because, understandable, people want to make more money, so they rent their properties to tourists as opposed to a whole year round, yeah? So I already came here with some preconditions, yeah? With some assumptions about how difficult it's gonna be. On top of this, on top of it being very hard to find an apartment in this area all year round, I came here right before the high season happens, right before summer. So that added onto my perception of how difficult everything's gonna be. So yeah, I got here. I called to a lot of real estate agencies. I walked also in a lot of real estate agencies, physical ones, yeah. And I got a lot of no, and a lot of it's impossible what you want. At some point, so I arrived Wednesday. So Wednesday and the next day, I went frantically to all the places that I could go to, all agencies, called all agencies, called all these ads that were from people that rent places and such. And at some point, I wasn't even getting full in the real estate agency there and talk to people. I was just standing by the door and asking, do you have something long term? They would say, no, it's impossible. Okay, thank you, bye, next. Because I wouldn't want to waste more time. So you can see I had all these conditions, all these 3D circumstances that were, let's say, not easy. On top of this, some real estate agents asked from ungodly requirements out of me. Like, I remember this one that said, I have to bring someone to guarantee for me. Just like when you buy a house. Like, this is crazy. So just like when you buy a house, yeah, I'm renting this place. I have not bought it, but they would ask a lot of paperwork from me. They wanted to see all my labor life, like, since I started working and what jobs I had, and they were asking a lot of, in my head, nonsense. it seemed so difficult, girl. And let me tell you, I caved in a little bit, and I like really got me at some point. I got stressed because of this, and even got a little bit anxious, yeah, by seeing all this no, by seeing all these conditions they asked from me. So yeah, I cannot tell you that I was so serene. No, I wasn't. I got really stressed at some point, but it didn't matter, because underneath my stress and my reactions, I never ever changed my mind about who I am. Who do I say that I am? Someone that lives by the beachside in this very area. Done. So this is the key, my love. This is key. Because what manifests is your idea about who you are, your identity, what you assume to be true about yourself, what you accept as a truth about yourself. So if you ask me who I am, I'm going to tell you my name, my age, and that I'm somebody that lives by the beachside in Spain, even before I was here. So I didn't do any imaginal acts, affirmations, or anything for this. It's just a knowing. Yeah, it's a preference. I want to be here as opposed to anywhere else. This is who I am. So this is what made the difference, my love, between me with all these conditions this year and me with all the conditions last year when I lost my house, when I lost my lifestyle and went back to zero. This was the difference. Last year, I was also super paranoid and stressed about things, but with the difference that those circumstances managed to change my mind about who I was. And I started thinking that I'm going to lose that house, yeah? Started identifying with somebody that's going to lose her house. So, voila. This year, I came here with a lot less money than I wanted to, with all these conditions on top, all these difficulties, obstacles, and whatnot. But with the difference that all throughout me searching for an apartment, for a house, I never changed my mind. In my head, there was only one possibility. And this possibility was, I'm here to stay, yes or yes. I came here to find the apartment that's mine, or the house that's mine. And so it was. And let me tell you, I got even the house that I liked the most out of all the houses that I saw prior, yeah? And this one, I wrote to this real estate agency before I came here, because I saw it like a week before. I called them, they would not answer to the phone, and then I just shoot them a message, hey, I'm interested in this. And I have not heard from them only when I was here. So I arrived Wednesday, and Thursday I got a message from the agent saying, hey, you left us a message that you're interested in this house. We're organizing today a visit with more people. Do you want to come and see it at 7 o'clock? And I was like, yes, the fuck yeah. And that same day at 6 o'clock, or an hour prior, I had another visit. I managed to organize another visit. So I called, I don't know, many places. And out of all these places, I only got like 3 houses to see. So anyways, that day I was over the moon, yeah? I said, no, this is mine. This has to be mine, is mine, yeah? And because I had a lot of free time prior to the visit, I came here to see the area and see if I like it, see if I have shops around, if it's close to the beach side. And I'm sassy like this, so I shoot a message to the to the realtor telling him, prior seeing the house, telling him, hey, this is mine, with all the confidence in the world, yeah? Anyway, 7 o'clock approaches, I come and see the house. The realtor, or this agent, whatever you want to call it, told me, hey, it's gonna be hard because there's like 3 people more interested in this. It's gonna be hard. It's not up to me. He said, I don't decide. The owner decides. Yeah, in my head it was like, I decide the fuck with this, you know. Yeah, blah, blah. I decide, and I already decided this is mine. And then, you know, I left. After I saw the house, I left. And now I was waiting for an answer. I was in a lot of tension. I cannot tell you, no. I was in a lot of tension. because I've seen some apartment before this one, and that lady was waiting on me to tell her yes or no. She preferred me out of all the people that she had that day to see the house. She preferred me. She said that in my face. But I didn't like that apartment that much. So this lady was waiting on me to tell her an answer, and I was waiting on this guy with this house that I'm living in right now to tell me yes or no. And within an hour, I knew that this house was mine. I paid for the deposit, and then Monday, I signed the contract and I moved in. So what I'm trying to explain with all this is the following. My love, it doesn't matter how much you stress, how much you react to your circumstances, all while you don't change your mind about who you are or what's happening, you're gonna make it. But this is the thing that we do all the time, yeah? And I see it also with specific persons. Like, everything was right, and then all of a sudden I saw him with another person, or I heard that he's gonna get engaged, or whatever. And then you stop there. You stop there. You make that your truth. Do you see? The only person that can stop you, the only thing, the only force, if you will, that can ever stop you from achieving what you want is yourself. Because if you tell yourself something is impossible for you, it's gonna be impossible. But not because of the conditions and circumstances and obstacles thrown your way, but because you stop there. The moment you tell yourself mentally you cannot achieve something, you cannot. You stopped there. Do you understand? What makes something impossible are not the circumstances, but what you believe to be true. So can you react, can you kick and cry when you hear about your SP being with somebody else? Yeah, do that if you want. I mean, you know, it doesn't really matter. But don't change your mind. Recognize it's the unfolding. Because again, my love, you're the one and only operant power of your reality. You're the one and only client of the restaurant of life. So it has to be, you're the only one placing orders. So whatever shows up, it has to be the order that you placed. And sometimes what comes to your table looks like nothing that you asked for. Like it looks like something very different, even the opposite of what you asked for. But who else is who else is placing orders in your reality but you? You have to understand, my love, from this human perspective, sometimes it's hard to recognize that you're on the actual unfolding of your desire, because we have this tendency to zoom into circumstances and analyze the circumstances and think from there, like, okay, this showed up, I have to recalculate what's possible for me or what's not possible for me. This is a mistake, my love. Listen, allow life to happen. Allow circumstances to happen, all while you don't shake in your knowing that you're on the unfolding of your desire itself. You have to also get a little bit used to not needing to understand everything, okay? You will at the correct time. Just like me now. Now I understand why I got a lot of no from these real estate agencies. I understand why I couldn't move in. Do you hear the seagulls? I love that. Now I understand why I couldn't move in November, and why in March the the government took 4,400 out of my account. So I could be here now. Because let me tell you, at some point, I was a little bit desperate. Like, I was feeling this pressure of what if, I have to grab whatever I find, because it's hard enough already. So I cannot be like very judgmental about the area or the house itself. I have to grab whatever I can find because there's very little offer. So now I understand why I got a lot of no, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. And this is the house that I had more preference for out of all the houses that I saw. It was the most beautiful in the best area possible. I have a shop at a street away from me. So this was my number one preference. Since I saw it, the first moment that I saw the advertisement and the pictures, this was the one, okay? But because I was already feeling a lot of pressure to grab whatever, now I understand why I got the no, the rejection along the way. It was just my desire unfolding. Do you understand? It's so important, please. So get used to be comfortable around stuff that happened and you don't really understand, like you seeing your SP with another person. Just realize it's part of the unfolding, it's your order. And sometimes, yeah, it looks ugly sometimes, okay? It can look nothing like what you asked for, but trust the unfolding. And I know this is not easy to do, but if you train yourself, my love, to be single minded, nothing is impossible for you. Because again, the only entity, power in this world that can stop you from achieving what you want, it's your own self. By telling yourself this is impossible, by giving up, it's yourself. I live by the following philosophy. If I knock to a door and they won't open to me, yeah? If I keep on knocking, at some point, that door is gonna freaking fall off and I'm getting inside. I live by this philosophy. I choose something and I stick with it through thick and thin, knowing that what I'm witnessing from the moment that I made my mind that I am something, the things that I'm witnessing, the circumstances that present themselves to me, I understand them as being part of the whole image of the unfolding of my desire, as opposed to obstacles or the 3D telling me I cannot have what I want. They understand the big difference, my love. Look at your own life, at your own self. I'm sure that you have examples in your life when you were stubborn as hell, yeah, and in your mind there was no room for other possibilities. I did this back in the days with the other YouTube channel that I had about tarot readings. I had no clue about the law of assumption or how it works, but I just knew if I keep on posting, like, there's no way I cannot succeed. There's no way this cannot take off. In my mind, there was only one possibility all this time. And mind you, it took me like 5 months to make that channel take off. But imagine this, if I had the possibility in my head of failure, if I also had this possibility in my head that I could fail, I would for sure, I can guarantee you, I would for sure not got to my destination. Like, I would have given up. Maybe after a month, maybe after two, maybe right before my channel exploded. Because this is how it manifested. Like, I had no views, almost no views, nobody would see my content until a Saturday. I was by the KFC and I pull out my phone from my pocket and I see a lot of notifications, like crazy freaking notifications, a lot of comments of followers. Didn't know how to react or what to do with all that, because prior the last 5 months were, silence, crickets. But imagine if you have the possibility of failure in your head, then you're gonna, at some point, if you don't see movement, let's say, you're gonna start entertaining that possibility more, and you're gonna start convincing yourself that you should give up. This is not working. And guess what? You're gonna give up and it's not gonna work. But why? Again, because you allow that. You give that power, that possibility power. Instead, choose something and be single-minded through thick and thin. Doesn't matter how circumstances look like. Just realize in the moment, hey, this is the unfolding of exactly what I want. I don't have to understand why I saw my SP with another person, why they fired me from this job, why this or why that. I don't have to understand. My job is to just pick something and stick with it, and I'm gonna understand at some point. I'm gonna know why. Just like me now me from today, from now, knows why she got a lot of rejection when I was searching for apartments. Now I know. And this realization, this becoming aware that you're witnessing the very unfolding of your desire, it's so important, my love. I even start hating the word manifestation, and I think I'm gonna eliminate it from my channel's name and such, because it gives you this impression of being in a process. if you're mentally thinking you're in a process, you're gonna be in a process because you are where your attention is at, your awareness is at. If you're aware that you're going through a process, you're basically saying it's not done. I'm trying to make it done. As opposed to being aware that you're witnessing the very thing that you want. It's such a big difference, a huge one. Do you understand, my love? You are exactly where you are in your mind, in your imagination, as Neville would say, in your consciousness. What are you conscious that's happening? What are you aware that's happening? Do you understand? So it's not the same to think of yourself that you're manifesting something, you're in a process of something, or that you're living the very manifestation of your desire. Do you understand? So, so passionate about this. Anyways, this was the message for today, my love. It doesn't matter. You can react, it's not necessary. So stress and anxiety is not necessary. If you cannot feel that, it's a lot better because you make your journey a lot more enjoyable. But even if you do, don't you think that you ruined anything? If you say to yourself you ruined it, then you did. But just because you tell that to yourself. And the moment you do that, you place yourself there mentally. Do you understand? React all you want, but don't change your mind about who you truly are. Who do you say you are, my love? Okay, then stick with that. Through thick and thin. And of course, my love, I'm gonna talk about all this in the course that I'm making as we speak. Yeah, I want to pour again all my knowledge there, my experience, and my heart to help you change your life as I'm changing my life as well. Because, hey, I'm not done either. There's a lot of things that I still want to achieve, and so we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be changing our lives 180 together as we go. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in, I welcome you now, my love. Be there. I promise we're gonna. And if I see you there, I have even more incentives to work at it. Okay, as opposed to me postponing because I want to first create the whole course and then allow you in. No, if you're there with me and I see you there, it's also more incentive for me to keep on posting and doing and creating the course. Okay, and again, if you do it now, you're gonna get it at a discounted price because we're making it happen. Okay, anyways, 20 minutes in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for waiting on me. I'm never disappearing, my love. I'm always here lurking in the shadows. Okay, but you have to understand that this is what I wanted for so many months. So when it came true, I just wanted to be with myself, enjoy it, dance around the house, all this stuff that I do when I'm alone. Okay, thank you so much again, my love, and see you next time. Have a great, great, great day. Bye.